Hey everyone, Corvus here. Welcome to this video in which I will show you the progress on the assembly of the Dominion set and also do some kind of an unboxing of a package that I just received from a customer that's going to be an Infinity commission, another one. So together with you I will unpack this and let's see what is inside to give you an idea of a typical commission that I do for this customer, which usually involves some second-hand miniatures, so partially painted or assembled stuff. It's always interesting to see what he's sending me. But first of all, the Dominion set, so made good progress on that. So like I said in the last video, the last 2 weeks I was on holiday, so I brought a bunch of sprues with me. So most of the Dominion set, except for some orc sprues, which I detailed in the last video. And also brought with me the Necron Warriors from the Indomitus set. It's also the last bits I needed to assemble from this set. And back then I thought, yeah, this is more than I could probably do in 2 weeks, because assembly also takes up a lot of time because I want to clean every single mold line that's on there. So a lot of work went into this, but in the end I managed to assemble everything. So we're going to take a look now. So here on the desk is everything I assembled the last 2 weeks. And here also in front are the Necron Warriors I mentioned. So yeah, 6-7 hours for all of them. A lot of work went into cleaning the mold lines of these guys. I mean, there's a lot of mold lines here. Just on all these flat surfaces took quite some time. And also assembling these was also not so easy to do. I mean, the torso, front and back is separate. And then you need to put these arms in between. Let me check the manual and show you. So to give you an idea, you need to assemble one of the arms to the rifle, to the weapon, and then you need to put this into the back bit of the torso and then put the front bit on there. And yeah, it's also, I mean, by the 20th Necron Warrior I got a hang of this, but in the beginning it was pretty tricky to get everything lined up and glued together. These are basically push fit models, but I always glue them. There's also a question from one of the viewers: do you need to glue push fit models? The answer is yes, if you're a hobbyist. I'd say if you're really a tabletop gamer and don't bother painting these, then I'd say yeah, don't get into the hassle of buying the glue. But then again, you're already clipping off these models from the sprue, so you're kind of hobbying. So I think for a hobbyist, it's really a no-brainer to glue this, but basically this is a subject for a separate video. So the Necron Warriors and the Scarabs. Scarabs had just a bit of mold line here along the edge. Most of them I did not clean. Just along these legs there were some mold lines, but not really that much mold lines going on. So pretty happy that these are done. And then moving on to Stormcast Eternals part of the Dominion set. Pretty nice miniatures, especially the ones in the back. Of course the big one with the flag. I'm just not acquainted myself with the names. And especially like these guys here in the corner, really, especially this one. Fantastic pose, really tank-like figure. Going to be fun to paint, and also what's going to be fun to paint are these three guys. Lots of ropes going on there. These are more the rank and file miniatures for the Stormcast Eternals. I like the way that they made everyone individual, although these are made up of two nearly identical sprues. There were a lot of options there. So for example, have also a lot of female figures, and especially like this one with the alternative helmet. And some of them also took up quite some time, because there's some, not this one, but I believe these on the front of the legs, for example, was where the mold line was running. It was quite a hassle to clean them. Also here on the sides of the spears, between those pointy bits, took up quite some time to clean them. But the bigger ones, I mean, GW, again, they did a fantastic job placing the mold lines there to really limit the amount of cleaning you need to do, and especially that's true for the bigger guys. And also this one, I mean, it was really, I think I assembled this one, yeah, 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. Really not that much work cleaning. I love the way this came together. Also the seams, they're very well hidden, especially in this model. I mean, it's really, yeah, along the saddle and stuff like that they put the seams, that everything went together. Really fantastic job by GW. I mean, in the last video where I did some kind of an unboxing, I said yes, I don't think it's really a big improvement like with the previous two sets, but I think the way they tooled this and put this together, I have to come back to my words and say that this again is an improvement by GW. And then these two figures also pretty nice to assemble. Also something I would like to add about assembling the Stormcast Eternals, not all of them were as easy to assemble. For example, there were some figures who had this construction going on, where you had part of the belly armor, let's say, on the back part, and then there was this kind of a gap in the front part, and you had to assemble this. Pretty strange way to do this. And also what I've seen going on with previous models is having like a construction like this, is having the legs and then some kind of a ring, and you need to put a peg through there and then assemble the rest of the figure with this. Is also pretty strange way of assembling things, but apart from that, pretty smooth. And here, to give you an idea how the big guy comes together, so it's really a big part here with one side, and you need to attach the head here, and then the other side, almost an entire piece goes on there. Pretty easy, pretty quick, and really they do a very well job in hiding the seams. And especially if you add some plastic glue on there, there's basically no seams showing in the final model. So I moved the Dominion stuff aside. Let's move the light here and let's see what this Infinity commission is going to be. So this is the first time I'm opening this box. I removed the tape earlier, but it's actually the first time I am looking inside this box. Also, the customer put some text on here, which is easy. Of course, he sent a lot of instructions in the email, but there are some bases, so I need to check again if I need to repaint these, but I don't think so. Also, I think these are not regular Infinity bases. This is some kind of a aftermarket kind of base, so this looks like it's laser cut MDF with some transparent base fronts here, which looks pretty neat. I have to ask if I need to repaint some of this, but this is probably going to be used like it is. And then are some additional miniatures. So there's the black and blue color scheme going on there, which the customer has written on this bag, which is pretty nice. And it looks like these are all new miniatures. Yeah, I'll cover this in a future video in more detail, probably when I assembled everything. I'll give you an idea. Also, this was a request by the customer to do some conversion work on these wings. I wanted to have some kind of a bent wing, so I have to carefully take a look at this part and see what I can do. I'm probably going to have to cut this up and put some wire or something, or parts of a paper clip there to achieve the effect. Some pretty nice miniatures. Probably most of this is Pan-Oceania like the previous ones, and like I said, these are some already assembled miniatures. The problem that you sometimes get with this kind of figures is that sometimes a lot of mold lines left. Also, the assembly is not really expertly done sometimes. So what I do, basically, I always clean these in some dishwashing liquid with a toothbrush. Carefully clean these, and sometimes even then the parts come falling off, and then I know I need to reassemble this and most likely pin all of this. Also, when there's some mold lines, I'm cleaning the mold lines with a file, and parts come dropping off. That really means that I'm going to have to redo some of the assembly, pretty much like this figure. Also, quite often I see miniatures like this which are not glued onto the base, but just the tab is just pushed in the base, but it's not the case with these miniatures. So it looks like there's not really that much work going on, and this is a figure. I mean, it's dry brushed, but I probably have to strip this. Also, the metal is showing through, so this means it's probably also not primed. So I have to strip this one, and then the last one. This is either regular paint or some kind of a bad primer, or the miniature was not washed before assembly, because there's also some bits of paint already or primer already coming off. So this is also going to have to be stripped. So that's also, basically this is usually when I get a commission like this, they're more half painted or half assembled miniatures, but it looks under control this time. So this is mostly new stuff, and this I have to take a closer look to probably later tonight or tomorrow evening, and see if there's a lot of work required on these. So that's all for this video. I hope you liked it. Please remember to press the like button if you liked the video. Also consider becoming a subscriber. And if you want to buy the Indomitus set and other Warhammer related products and paints and all of that, you can go to Element Games following the link in the video description. and there you get a very nice 10 to 15% discount on most of the stuff. And also you can use the code GER959 during checkout for extra store credit. That's all for this video. Hope you have a great rest of the day and see you in the next one. Bye.